Thank you very much, distinguished Chair, heads of states and government, colleague ministers, representatives from financial and other organizations, distinguished invitees all. Permit me to compliment the V20 Secretariat and leadership, in particular the Minister of Finance of Bangladesh, for advancing a great strategic vision and work plan as outlined in the vision paper 18-V20 Vision 2025. Grenada supports the 4 key objectives and the order of priority of the 10 goals as outlined therein. Indeed, leveraging and scale up of the first of trillions in needed new economic investments by 2030 to deliver climate prosperity from international, regional, and domestic sources are most important. Notably, the first key objective is to get us to act collectively to achieve the goals. Most of our countries, if not all, have sustainable development plans. Grenada's plan is replete with actions mirroring the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It does not, however, reflect that key financing element contained in the V20 vision. We will soon correct this. Grenada therefore proposes that each V20 member country should have its sustainable development plan reflect this group's vision and guide its legislative and financial agenda. We cannot achieve any of the other noble objectives or goals without accessing the targeted financing. But in a world where needs are measured by per capita income and loan financing is provided based on debt to GDP ratio, convincing the financing world to provide the required terms could be an uphill challenge, made harder by the impact of the pandemic on economies. However, the vulnerable countries remain at risk and continue to suffer devastating blows, economic and otherwise, from the effect of climate change. We shall not be deterred, though. Cooperation in renewable energy transition should be a unifying factor. Collective procurement will benefit the financing countries as well as the vulnerable recipients, and as such is an avenue for achieving goal 1. Grenada is therefore happy to note the participation of the many institutions who can help in this regard. Grenada had to spend over $70 million to change the operating environment to ensure that commencement of renewable transition gets underway. Our nationally determined contribution had translated into a 20% renewable energy mix by 2020. By December of that year, however, although rich in renewables, only 0.74% of the country's total energy use came from green resources. Let us therefore examine the external environment and do what is necessary to ensure that we make the Vision 20 of the Vision 20 group, the Vulnerable 20 group, a reality. Thank you for your attention.